Now, returning to our top story, Amnesty International says it has evidence that government forces suffocated 60 men and boys. It says the victims were locked in a shipping container where they were starved of food and oxygen. Well, senior crisis advisor for Amnesty International, Lama Fakih, joins us now live from Beirut. Thank you very much for your time. This is unfortunately just one incident highlighted by Amnesty. How would you describe the human rights situation in South Sudan right now?
The human rights situation in South Sudan today shocks the conscience. There really is no other way to describe it. In my most recent visit to the country, we conducted a 3-week fact-finding investigation during which we investigated the details that are in our report released today about the death of over 60 men and boys, a brutal death of suffocation inside a shipping container while government soldiers stood by. But it is just one of a series of systematic attacks against the civilian population.
From your research, are both sides responsible for crimes against civilians?
The abuses that we've documented in this report and the abuses that we've documented in Lair County more broadly have been attributed to government forces, individuals wearing SPLA uniforms alongside armed rebels, non-state armed groups. We do know that opposition groups have been responsible for war crimes and for violations of IHL in other parts of the country. And this is one of the main reasons why we are looking to the African Union to establish a court which could prosecute not only government violations, but also violations perpetrated by opposition forces.
So how difficult will it be from here to bring the perpetrators to justice?
As part of the peace agreement that was signed by the parties to the conflict in August, they have agreed that the African court would establish a hybrid court which would oversee prosecutions of senior officials on both sides of the conflict. We are really looking now to the African court to move forward with that process. It is a lengthy process, a time-consuming process, a difficult one, and one that the African Union cannot be depended on to do alone. They need the support also of the international community. So we are looking to the Human Rights Council, which is meeting now in Geneva and discussing a resolution on South Sudan, to also take steps to support accountability processes, including by establishing a special rapporteur.
Okay, Lama Fakih, thank you very much for your time.